Um, Hello. It's me just on, I guess. Uh, I felt like mostly just putting this out there because I wanted like a place to just put out my thoughts, but also just because I've been thinking about it ever since all the stuff that's been going on with the current, um, bad thing happening with Roblox. Hopefully I don't have to say it. I'll probably show screenshots of it, or I'll just talk about it in a minute or two. But it's hard to put into words, but I guess the most I can say is that I'm disappointed. Um, I've been playing, I've been on Roblox. I've had my account for over a decade now. I've technically been playing Roblox since I was 5 years old because my father made my account for me. Um, so it's been interesting basically watch Roblox constantly be on a downward spiral and only getting worse and trying to ignore it. And no matter what, something will happen that makes it so you can't ignore it. And it's especially annoying and hurts that obviously I'm not a person of extreme notoriety or someone who's famous. So I've no saying power. I can't push for anything. I know there's many other people who obviously don't have YouTube channels, don't have anything, and are even less popular or known than I am that want Roblox to change what they're doing, but obviously they can't really do anything. And even seeing really large Roblox content creators basically trying to push them to change for the better and stop making terrible decisions and to actually listen to their community. And they don't even listen to them either. And even like everyone like talking and doing stuff as a group is like not even doing anything. It's sad seeing a platform that I've been playing since beginning of my childhood just get worse in every single way possible. As especially because I'm used to being called this unc or aunt, but it just feels weird that I can remember being a guest before my account was made. It was like very shortly before my account was made. Um, I can remember I played when there was ticks, when that was still a thing, and saving up and then basically not because I was obviously 5 or 6 years old around that time. I didn't I obviously didn't have any social media or anything like that, so I wasn't aware that it was going to be deleted until it was already deleted. So I saved up tons of it and then didn't get to spend it, which was annoying. And I guess it made sense that they got rid of it. But then I also remember when player points, which are like the red tokens, those were actually decently relevant. And games like Pizza Place gave them out for doing stuff. I can't, it's so long ago, but I can't even remember what they did besides this, there was some way that they tracked it. And then even back then, like the base website wide Roblox badges were still functional back then. It's rough seeing everything get removed and everything get worse, especially because one of the main things I'm nostalgic for with old Roblox was just the UI and the way the website looked. I miss that. Just almost definitely a way to get it back, but it it makes sense that it was updated, but it doesn't make sense with stuff like them sort of removing ticks, but also what they're doing now more recently, where they're trying to remove classic faces and replace them entirely with stuff that has to be animated. which not only does like no one want because a majority of them just look off or ugly, but it's also just technically just worse for the game. It's more for people's devices to render. Um, no one wants it. They're forcing it on everyone, and then they're like basically doing like the like their version of like Twitter vague posting, kind of hinting that they're going to delete R6, which is something that people have been fearing for the past like several years because they've been removing other stuff. Had to clear my throat. Um, I can't even say that like if they remove R6, then like I'll be done, but I'll be extremely disappointed because again like I played before R16 was even a thing. I only had R6 when I played, and I just think R16 with the animations like originally it felt like they would be more realistic or more fluid, but then especially over the years it feels like R16 animations just when I see them in game or around like they're a lot less fluid or like they're more bland, I guess. And more developers have used R6 animations, which since because they're so the bodies and it's just like six parts, just the head, torso, legs, and arms. It's super easy to animate. I feel like over the years, people have definitely been able to bring out more. They've been able to make very impactful, I guess is a good way to put it, certain animations, or just put a lot more life into them than I've ever seen of any R16 animation. So I've always liked R6 a lot more than R16, and I especially hated when they try like they're also trying to push for realism, which kind of is a part of like the whole thing going on, especially with everyone like big companies' concept of a metaverse, which I hate. But it's just rough. Again, like I know I already said, but I feel like I need to say it again. That Roblox is becoming extremely. I know it is a corporation, but it feels like it's progressively getting more and more corporate, and they're forcing that on everyone. When I was younger, from like 2015 to 2018, they did not feel that it was this bad. And it's like it's even worse because you can't even, after one of the most recent updates, it happened like a couple months ago. You can't even go back and play anything that may be old or nostalgic because the majority of the people who are behind that stuff don't play Roblox anymore, which because the update you had to do like a Quizlet, like a little quiz to get your game rated, and if it isn't wasn't rated, then you're not allowed to make it public. You're not allowed to play it. So if the developer or creator of a Roblox game uh, isn't around anymore, you just can't play their game anymore. Also was made after that update, which was a couple months ago. So lots of popular games obviously have it, but if it's like an old game, even if it's popular, if it doesn't get creator doesn't like come back out of like the void that they went into of not being online or just not being on Roblox, then you're not going to be able to play that game anymore. And that essentially meant that Roblox like when that update dropped that they deleted so much of their history from like before I started playing Roblox, before I had actual cognitive function, like because I was 5 in 2013. Not Yeah. I started playing Roblox and my account was made 2015 I had cognitive functioning at 5 in 2013. I'm pretty sure 2014 was when I was a guest. It's so hard to remember because it was so long ago. But before I started fully playing Roblox, before 2015, and even before, um, like before I was born in 2008, even before that, everything is gone. You cannot play it anymore. The only reason, I've seen people still try to be able to do that kind of stuff, play old stuff, is people, as soon as they got this news, they immediately, I don't know how they did it, but they got the files, the studio files for the games themselves, and put them in a web archive, which I'm pretty sure I still have. I have it somewhere. It's like a web archive of lots of really old, like notorious Roblox games. Like I have like the RBXM of Yorick's Resting Place. I don't remember what else there was, but it's just that kind of old stuff from like 2006 up to I think like 2015. I think that's what I remember it going up to. It's lots of really old, notorious places and games from Roblox's history, which again is like they've basically deleted it. And like I said, now they're trying to delete R6, which was Roblox's like that's been there since Roblox's creation, and they don't care that a majority of them, I guess they could say player base uses that. They don't care. They want R16 and RFRO, which a majority of people don't want. Um, I guess simply put is that they don't care. Even it seems like even if their stocks are going down. And that's not to mention all the stuff that's been happening over the years with Roblox getting lawsuits and sued over child endangerment, which I was never preyed upon, is just how I can say, is I never had anything like that happen to me, and it makes me feel bad that that's obviously happened to tons of people on Roblox, and Roblox hasn't done a thing, because their moderation is all AI controlled, and it's been like that for a while. And it's especially just worse, like the most notorious case with their moderation is you can just say hi, and if people report it enough, as in like they continuously report it, you can get your account terminated or suspended. And sometimes if you send an appeal, they'll just instantly block it. They'll instantly just tell you no, your appeal's been denied, even if you didn't get a chance to actually look at it. They didn't get a chance to look at it. It's just it's just rough. Um, I don't know. It does make me think that there's the very real chance Roblox will die. It'll be taken down, or like the entire site and everything will be taken down, or will be deleted, or something will happen to it. Or everyone will leave. There'll be a mass, very, very large mass exodus. Or the player base count of those hundreds of millions of people slowly bleed out. Whether it be from an update that's actually so bad that it drives away most people, lawsuits, them being sued, or I guess technically it's the same thing, but how Roblox being banned in several countries, so the player base keeps taking keeps taking hits, keeps getting reduced, and instead of or it's like they can't with moderation. It's like they can't do what's best because it's too costly. And they've obviously reached that stage where they just want money and they don't want to spend money. So nothing is going to get better. I only see Roblox getting worse, and that probably does mean that at some point it will die. And gonna be generous and say the next decade. I know obviously everything is gonna be around forever, but that's just pretty sad to me. But I do see that Roblox is probably going to be dead and it's going to be destroyed. And I mean, at at this point, that's kind of what they deserve. They've kind of caused this them like they've done this to themselves, and that's the repercussions of their actions. I don't know. And it's just I'm not like hopefully it's not bad like behind the mic that sounds like that I'm like crying or anything. 'Cause I'm not. It's mostly just me pondering, me thinking of how I can go about wording this. But the only reason I'm putting this into like a video is because um I haven't made a video about me talking in a while with my voice, and I just think it's fun to put how I feel about everything out there and just see how other people feel. But yeah. Um if and when Roblox does die, well, I can't even say if. Like again, like at this point, it feels like that's just inevitable. It just depends on how long it'll take to get there. But I'm trying to think of stuff I can do with other games. It's like I've tried to record some like gimmicky TF2 videos, and then uh burnout or something happens to me and I don't feel like doing it. I know in a Google Drive I have videos and an entire thumbnail for a TF2 video I meant to do in the summer, and I just never got around to it. It's obviously been like 6 months since I recorded it. So if and when I do make it, it'll be it'll be way too outdated. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of stuff. Um, I've kind of stopped asking you guys for ideas because I feel like majority of the ideas I get are just play a game, like play this game, which is like okay, that's not really a video. That's just more of just like, hey, you should try playing this game. I don't think anyone wants to watch me just play a game normally. Majority of what of the stuff that I like to do is I like to showcase, especially if it's like a PvP game or especially with Roblox. I don't know why, but Roblox ASIM games like showcasing stuff. I've kind of liked making walkthroughs. I kind of liked exploring like dead or abandoned games or just odd and interesting stuff, or just playing a game in an odd or interesting way, which is why I just don't like to. I don't want to make a video just me playing a game normally, you know. I also do want to try to get more stuff with my friends, but always have conflicting schedules, or I'm not allowed to record because of personal stuff, or I'm not able to because I have a job. Um, yeah. Hmm. Again, we'll see what's going on. Like, again, like I don't want Roblox to die, but that's just where it's going. But I guess that's those are my thoughts. That's my like mini. I guess after that is like my mini update of what's going on in my head. But I also guess just I'll include this at the end as like a tiny little update. But I'm pretty sure bias staff have just like completely given up apologizing. So like do not expect me to be playing that game ever again. I've stopped playing it entirely because of that, and I'm definitely not going to be recording any videos. I had several videos planned that one was like almost fully edited. I don't do a lot of editing, but it's like I try to like plan them in advance. I had two videos that like I had recordings for, and then I basically like kept going back and forth because this like wanting to upload and edit them and then like deciding against it. And then they try to reach out to me at that second time to get another apology. And then it's been, I think, almost over a month since they said they would make that second apology, which is what they did the first time. So I'm pretty sure that meant that they're basically they've given up and aren't apologizing for all the stuff they've done to me. So um I will not be playing the game. I won't be making videos on it, and I just kind of like have to say like I don't feel like you should play their game if they're going to act like that, because it shows that they don't care. They only care about themselves. They only care about money. Um, and especially because it seems like more and more people on that staff team keep getting exposed. Everyone has skeletons in their closet, if you know what I mean. With more like I keep seeing more staff members do stupid shit. So, um, I think that's everything. I'm just this is all just one recording. So, majority of this is just gonna be what I think about what's going on with Roblox right now. But I also just wanted to include that those little updates just so you can get to hear my voice. I can put my thoughts out there and see what other people think. But yeah, that's my update. Um, I'm probably gonna upload a filler video the next day after this. So, yeah. Goodbye.